Scorpio, there's something that you've observed that others haven't. And you have some questions about what it is that you're seeing, what it is that you're witnessing. And I feel this protective energy around you, or even coming from within you. There's a moment here that's pretty decisive. Okay, you're going to make a decision on whether to act on something that you don't agree with, or whether it's better to sit back, okay, and maintain your composure. And I feel like whatever you're coming up against is pretty important. It's pretty severe almost. It's as if someone is not treating you properly or treating someone around you properly. The treatment is pretty harsh. There's also something about someone who has some kind of authority or thinks they have some kind of authority, and they're about to get taught and told, maybe by you, maybe by spirit, that the authority they think they have is conditional, and it's conditional dependent on their intentions and their karma, meaning that if they come to something with good intentions, or intentions that are for the highest good of all, and they have karmically rectified something in their life, then they hold that authority, they hold those keys, and they don't lose them. But there's someone either on the verge, or they already have done something that hasn't been right. Okay, there's some kind of injustice feeling here. Somebody maybe have wanted to get retribution. They've misused their power or their authority. This could be in a relationship. It could be in a friendship. It could be in a workplace. You take it as it resonates. And I wrote down some things in my meditation that I'm not sure how they relate. But before I get into that, I want to say something about this light. I don't know exactly what's causing the light to look like this, but when I did notice it, I did this and I was like, oh, that's so cool. It looks like I'm able to control the light with my hand and the ripples through it. And this is part of your message. This is part of your energy. I feel like you can control something, a timeline, or the way that something looks, or there's something about light. Okay, the energy forms of light that are of interest to you or important to you, there's something you could do. Okay, so this is like kind of magical, metaphysical, energy work, something that you're doing over here that others can't or they don't understand. But isn't that neat? That's you. That's you doing that. This is all for you. Okay, this is all a manifestation of you and what you can control here. How much light is seen on a subject, how much you expose versus how much you decide to conceal and cover. The different timelines that you choose to split. It's very interesting, Scorpio. So what I got in my meditation, the first thing I got from you is I have questions. Now, I think it's you who has questions about what's going on. Could be someone else who has questions. But then I got something starts out small and then it fans out. It's like you have an idea or you have an intuition about something, or something comes to you, some knowledge, and then it starts to really start to make sense on a larger scale. I wrote down it's far-reaching. It's systemic. Okay, there's something that affects the whole system or the whole relationship or the whole workplace or the whole family or the whole body, maybe even your whole energy field. There's something that starts small, but it fans out. Okay, and this could be even the actions you take or don't take. It affects everything. Then I got, I asked more about who has questions, and I got the tailor. So again, this could be you trying to make something precise or make something fit or see how something doesn't fit. You're cutting away some excess here to something. You're tailoring something. And then I got the word grace. Okay, so I pulled out a card for you already. I'm going to get the tarot and see what else wants to come through. But the card I got for you is Lion. It's a very strong energy coming through. There could be something about Leo energy, but I think more this symbol is appearing for you as a show of your own strength, of your noble heart, but also your fierceness. and your ability to break chains that are trying to hold you down. Like I'm seeing a chain around this lion. I don't think it's in the picture. No. And it's like, okay, you're chilling there. It's fine. But then the moment you want to break free, you can. And you know you can. But maybe someone else doesn't realize that you can do this, that you're that strong, that you have that much force. I forgot to put do not disturb on. I just got a notification that someone's at my door. It's probably dropping something off, but I feel like that could be a message for you too. Someone arrives unexpectedly. Okay, and they might feel like, oh, Scorpios, where they should be. They're chained in a sense, right? Like they're not going to pose a threat, or they're not going to react, or they're not going to respond. But it's like someone comes to your door and you get up and you move towards the door and the chain breaks and they're like, uh-oh. I don't know. It's all a metaphor. So if you're kind of resonating but you're not sure, I would say if you feel guided to stay around in this reading, because I feel like things are going to get clarified with the tarot. Okay, and if it's making no sense to you at all, that's okay. It's maybe not your message. Okay, Lion. Yeah, there's something about you standing up against some kind of person who feels like they have authority or superiority in a situation. Now, I'm seeing some letters here, G-E-B-O-K. There's the numbers on this card, 712685. These could be significant for you. I'm seeing JJ. Another J I'm seeing with a water symbol, like an upside down triangle. J8, lots of J's. 83. Okay, and then there's some words here, but I can't make them out because they're not only upside down, but they're also backwards. So there may be someone around you who's like, something's just not making sense. See, and like even as I move this card around, you can see like the light trails. It's so freaking cool. It's probably the way I have the lights situated here. Maybe a little bit of smudge on my lens or something. But it's like you hold some energy here, some power. It's very magician-like energy that I'm getting from you. But a magician who is mature in his or her craft. Okay, doesn't act recklessly. Okay, so let's see what else we get for you, dear Scorpio. I'm going to look at the energy that you're working with right now that is supporting you, as well as energy that you could tap into to have more of, to give you more support, and then also an outside energy. So maybe we'll touch on who this person is or what this energy is. It doesn't have to be a single person. It could be a group, or it could just be a thought form that's out there. Let's see. A repressive kind of energy, though. Somebody who's misusing their position, their authority in your life or in general. Yeah, I feel like that's, these cards just came through as I was talking about that for this person's energy, but I'm going to put them back in. But what I got here is Ace of Needles, which is the Ace of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. And it says breakthrough, intellect, clarity, and accomplishment, responsibility, and burden. It is not always easy to be given the keys to something, to be put in a position of power or leadership, or to hold a special place in someone's heart. Okay, there's responsibility that's required. Okay, and I feel like somebody has been given that responsibility. Maybe it's you. Okay, you take it as it resonates. But this truth that this person knows or has a duty to say is something that has become a burden to them because they're not doing it. They're not speaking the truth. They're not speaking clearly. Okay, they're writing backwards and upside down. And I do want to say, whatever this energy is, there is a sense of like suffering here. It's like they know they're not doing something they should. Okay, this is someone who feels, I'm hearing the word blackmail. It doesn't have to be literally, but it's that feeling of like someone who wants to come forward and say something to you or to someone, but can't for some reason, is self-restricting. I feel like a spirit is kind of like, well, you're a vessel in some way. Like well, I don't want to say it like that. You are a main actor in whatever is going on here. It's as if this person continues to deceive or conceal something or act in a way that abuses their power, you are going to do something about it. And like spirit knows that. It's some kind of karmic contract, perhaps. And I feel like this person might know that too. Like, but they're hoping you're chained. They're hoping you're going to be restrained. They're hoping you're not going to do anything. Because when you do something, I don't know what that is. We're going to find out. It ripples out. It has a huge effect. So let's see. Energy that is supporting Scorpio that they're already working with. Self-mastery, strength. Oh, the Lion card and strength coming out together. And the Hangman. Ooh, see, like you're holding back here from a place of power, from a place of wisdom. You know things, okay? You know a lot of things that maybe you haven't said. So it says letting go, pause, sacrifice, the Hangman, perspective, and self-mastery says control and discipline. It's almost like you've decided to let something go, but one misstep and you're right back there to do something about it. Okay, maybe you've given someone a warning about something. Wow. This is pretty powerful. Strength and the Hangman for the energy you're already working with and that is supporting you. Having a new perspective, seeing things from a different angle, not being convinced readily by what someone says you should believe or says is the truth. You know something's off. It's that Ace of Swords and that Ten of Wands, like something's off in someone's energy. Like what's going on over there? It seems odd that someone's doing something or acting in a particular way. But you're holding back for now, but only because you choose to. You're controlling yourself in some way until the time is right to act. Which is noble. Okay? I'm hearing you're the right person for the job. Whatever job this is. And again, it could be about a relationship. I don't know. This energy can manifest in many ways. Okay, let's see. Tell me what energy you should tap into more to help support you further. What do you need more of? We have discontent with the Sun in reverse and arrogance, Six of Matches. Well, this is like the shadow side of the Lion archetype, the Leo archetype even. The Sun in reverse and arrogance with the Six of Wands in reverse. This is somebody who's accomplished something, that power, that authority, but instead of having humility and using that authority to connect with you or with others or to be honest about what they know, they're disgracing their position by being arrogant, being prideful. But this is what you need more of. Interesting. For some of you, you're having a hard time seeing someone maybe for who they are or what they're capable of. And Spirit is asking you to look a little bit closer. You know, we have these rose-colored glasses, I guess you could say, where we view the people in our life or the ideas that we know and we're familiar with in a certain way. And even if that person does something not so great, or that thing that we've been really attached to, that thought form, that position starts to sound kind of weird, we try to recoup our our person or our position, and try to salvage what we've been so dedicated towards, and try not to see how maybe something isn't really all that great. So for some of you, you're trying to tell yourself, well, maybe this isn't as bad as it seems, but it is. Some of you are not feeling well, okay? Maybe this is emotionally, physically, energetically, but you've told yourself, like, I'm fine. It's that kind of arrogance of like, I can will my way out of this feeling of discontent. I can get over this. But Spirit's saying you need to pay more attention to what's happening here. This discontent you're feeling is telling you something. Okay, that's interesting energy. So tell me about the outside energy. I would have expected this to be the outside energy, but it's what you need to tap into more. So it could be like you need to tap in more to who this person really is, or what this situation is really causing in your life. There could also be, there is a suggestion here as well to tap into your shadow side, because you're holding a very noble position right now. You're very stoic in a way. And that's good, but you need to know when to break that chain and go after something with your fierceness, with that roar, with that crushing bite even. Okay, there's something maybe that needs to be ripped to shreds. And you're going to have to call on your shadow side to do that. Okay, and really think about the ways that you're discontent in this situation. I need to know, can you tell me more about the arrogance? Foresight. Somebody might be calling you arrogant. And I feel the nobility can often be confused with arrogance, because I feel this poised energy from you and like this control of the energy and the light. Like it could be perceived as arrogant. And so maybe you haven't acted yet, or you're unsure of acting, or you're unsure of which way to go because you have some foresight that somebody or a group of people might perceive you as arrogant or prideful. I feel like saying so, but we'll see what else Spirit says. Okay, let's see the outside energy. What is going on here? Oh, the devil. Okay, here we are. Only one card was needed. Addiction, dependency, self-control, release. Some of you, okay, there's a different story here, so take it if it resonates. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. You're trying to get rid of some kind of addictive habit you have. Maybe it's doom scrolling, maybe it's drinking, I don't know, whatever it is, right? Or ruminating about something. You're trying to get rid of that addiction, but you're also telling yourself, like, you can have a little bit of it and it will be okay. But I feel like Spirit's saying, no, you really have to break the chain completely. And some of you might be tempted. It might come to your door, so to speak, be presented right to you. And right now you're restraining yourself pretty well, but you need to break free entirely, at least for now, okay? Because it's having a systemic effect on your whole life. Like, it's not just, staying up late at night and doing this bad habit is killing my sleep. No, it's hurting everything, right? So that's what Spirit's saying. You need that break now. But for others of you where it's not an addiction, or even if it is an addiction, it could also be something else here too. The devil, the outside energy. Yeah, somebody here is, oh, these little grubs are giving me a weird feeling. And I don't mind grubs and caterpillars and things, but they give me the EBGBs here, heebie-jeebies. There's somebody here who it's like their skin is crawling. They know they're not doing something right. Tell me more about what the devil's doing. What is this? I feel like this is an energy that's trying to control. And again, it could be like the media. I don't know, right? Or it could be your mom. Or it could be your lover. You'll know, okay? You don't need to guess. You should know. It could be a couple of them too, not just one. Could be an enemy that you have, if you have any. 6 of Swords and the King of Matches. Born leader and rite of passage. That's what I'm saying. It's somebody who's in an authority position, okay? They have some say-so in some regard. Vision and intent. It's like something's gone bad, though. Their vision got lost. They got wrapped up in success, maybe, or they're just full of ego desires that they forget what's good for everyone is also good for them. Rite of passage, 6 of Swords. Yeah, they've totally detached from the original mission or the original vision. It's corruption. It feels like somebody's leadership has gone corrupt, or somebody's position in your life is now corrupted in some way. Okay, so let's see. Let's get in. And if this is you, because I always say the readings can be you with yourself, if you want to do that kind of inner work with a tarot reading, it's a good way to approach it, that it's you with yourself. Then there's a big message here to nip that in the bud. Any feelings where you feel like, you know what, like my vision's getting lost because these other people want me to do something this way, and maybe I'll just go along with it, or maybe I'm doing something I don't really feel good about, and I have to, you know, I wouldn't do that. Okay. Yeah. Because you're in a real good position right now. For what? A real good position to do what? Ace of Wands. To forge a new path. To follow your potential. Your passion. To incite new passion. To pave a new way. To attract the things you want to attract. Yeah. So don't burn it all down. You know, I always say the Ace of Wands can be a torch to light the way, or you can turn it upside down and can be a match to set everything on fire. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Tell me what's going on, Spirit, for Scorpios. I'm hearing I missed you. I did miss you. And it was funny when I was writing out in my calendar the signs and when I thought I could maybe have days to do each sign, I missed you. Like, I skipped you. I missed you. And I was like, why are there only 11 signs? Like, who did I miss? And then I was like, Scorpio, that's so weird. Because Scorpio energy is nothing I scoff at, and it's really important to me personally. So that was strange. So somebody may be overlooking something that's very important to them. Okay, let's see. Okay, you've got questions. 7 of Cups. Yes, you do. Oh, yep. Okay. Don't carry the weight for someone else. It's their 10 of Wands to hold. It's their burden, not yours. And I'm seeing you carry their burden a little bit. this observation. It's like even watching them and seeing what they're going to do next is a little bit of carrying their burden. Okay, we have the Ten of Cups at the bottom. And the World. Yeah, the underlying energy here is Spirit trying to bring peace to a conflict that's either within you or around you, and to restore a sense of harmony in your life. And also teach you how to master rebalancing energies for yourself, which always requires us taking some kind of action. Even if that action is to disengage, it's still an action. Okay, so there's some kind of action, the Five of Cups, that needs to be had, that maybe you've been just not doing, okay, or waiting for the right time, perhaps. Okay, Seven of Cups for your overall energy. You have questions, right? I have questions. The tailor, fitting. Okay, let's find out more. What are your questions about? What are Scorpio's questions about? This can be for any Scorpio placement, okay? Your moon, your Mercury, whatever you want, okay? I read for whoever's tuned in. Let's see. And is willing to receive. Okay, Justice. You have questions about justice, about karma, about right and wrong, about rebalancing, about what's fair. Yeah, I'd say so. That's appropriate. You should have those questions. There's also someone here who's asking corruption, like was a decision or was something done fairly? Okay, it's almost like you're wondering what happened behind the scenes because a decision happened. Someone came to a decision that seems off to you. You have questions about justice and karma. Okay, that's your overall energy. And you're pretty upfront about it. Like, it's pretty clear. Whoever I'm connecting with to today, you're telling me straight up, I have questions. Something's wrong here. Okay. So, Seven of Swords for what you don't see coming. Don't we love this for what you don't see coming? Sarcasm. No, we don't love this. This is deception. This is capitalizing on an opportunity that only works for oneself. Sneakiness. So what is it? Don't lie for anyone. Let's see. What is this? Get out of the situation entirely. That's what I'm getting. I don't know what that's related to, but that's what I got. Okay, let's see. Seven of Swords for what Scorpio doesn't see coming. You got questions? Well, you're going to find out that something isn't what it seems. What is it that Scorpio doesn't see coming? Four of Swords. I'm hearing something's been right under your nose or right under the nose of others. It's been there all along. Again, going back to somebody who might be experiencing something physically, I would say that rest is always valuable and always good if you're not feeling well, of course, but don't leave it at that. You know, you need to ask more questions about what's going on with you, just for your own knowledge and so that you can take some kind of action you need to take. Don't let something run on, you know, if that's your situation. Because you could be saying, like, I'm just gonna, I'll take a nap and I'll feel fine. But that's not, you need more follow-up than that. Okay, for others of you, something is definitely going on, as I'm seeing it in the cards, behind someone's back when they're not paying attention, when they're sleeping. When their eyes are closed, somebody's sneaking around or sneaking out or doing something. In the night, under the cover of the moon, in the shadows. Okay? Can I find out more about what that is? I mean, that's what we all want to know, right? What is it that's happening here with the Seven of Swords? What's the sneaking around all about? Oh, it came out sideways. Page of Wands. Initiative, discovery, exploration, procrastination, aimless, and setbacks. I feel like somebody's undecided about something. There's also like, I'm hearing broken telephone. Somebody could be saying two different things to different people. The Page of Wands, to me, is someone who does take initiative and follow their passion, but it's also a messenger, somebody who comes in and delivers some information or news. And there's been some kind of setback with that. Somebody could be trying to get their story straight. Can I get one more on what's going on here with this deception card, the Seven of Swords, the trickery? I'm hearing not taking accountability. Possibilities, wishful thinking, Seven of Cups. Ooh, you have questions. Somebody could be, trying to distract you from asking the right question. You may have many questions, but there's one that really hits the nail on the head. Someone could also be trying to connect with you energetically or telepathically. Okay? It's wishful thinking. There's something more here. And I feel like this is how you feel. It's like right there. Okay, let me see what else comes through. Two of Pentacles for your opportunity. For why this energy is coming. I changed the spread, so hold on. Why this energy is coming towards you that you don't see coming. Two of Pentacles. While you've been in the kind of, do I act or do I not act? I'm going to weigh my options here. Is this worth my time? Is it not worth my time? Is this something I need to address or not? Okay. I will say with the sunflower in the eye, you definitely see something. But it's a question of what do I do? And once you learn that there's some deception here, it's going to allow you to make a decision now, a choice. Okay, so that's why what you don't see coming is the Seven of Swords, is your ability to now see the lie, see what the sneakiness, see what's been going on, the conniving, so that you can get out of the Two of Pentacles, constantly juggling your options here. Six of Cups. Four of Cups. Some of you could have faced a rejection in the past, okay, and you've been trying to figure out what that was all about. I will say that whoever did the rejecting, of course, on some level, they wanted to do it because they did it. But on another level, it's like there was some kind of interference here with that Ace of Swords and the Ten of Wands. It's like they wanted to say something, but they didn't. I don't know exactly why. Maybe you intuitively feel this. Okay? There's also something about the past coming through. And seeing, it's as if Spirit's showing you, Scorpio, this is why this didn't work. This is why you didn't take this path. Because look at what's going on here. So this situation could be at a little bit of a distance for you, from you. But it's for you too, that it's at a distance. It's like you're observing. That's how we started. You're observing something that's a little bit further away. And it's as if Spirit's showing you, this is why you didn't take that in the past. Take that path. Okay. Your, what was this now? Hold on. I wrote it down here. Give me a second. the opportunity. And normally it would have been in the position where I say your challenge. Well, it is a challenge and an opportunity all wrapped up in one, which is probably why Spirit had me see that right there. The Ten of Wands, carrying someone else's burden. So the opportunity is to acknowledge that and to drop it. And the challenge is what? The challenge, since I read it that way too, Five of Cups, is to not feel guilty about it. Whatever burden you're carrying or whatever energy you're carrying. You know, I feel like you're going to wash your hands of something. But you washing your hands makes you feel a little bit guilty in some way. Okay, you are in a higher position, I want to say, no matter if this person has authority or not. You're the lion here. And it's almost like you didn't want to give up hope on something. But you're seeing the injustice. You're seeing the karmic betrayal. You're seeing it. Somebody just made the wrong decision. Okay? And I think you have a question that you are getting an answer for. And you need to listen to that answer. Okay? So the challenge in the new spread, the position, the challenge is the Nine of Swords. Yeah, this is has the potential to really get you in a state of depression, anxiety, sleepless nights, listening to the inner and outer demons, okay? So, Spirit, we had this whole thing about Scorpio acting. Breaking that chain and taking that bite. What does that mean? What does that look like? Two of Wands, the Tower, and the Nine of Wands. Well, maybe it's a little bit of a whistleblower situation. Five of Wands. It does involve some kind of conflict. It's like calling someone out or confronting someone. It feels like a confrontation. You decide to confront someone on their BS or whatever it is that's going on. You make this decision carefully, though. It's not a rash decision. Two of Wands and the Tower. And I feel like you know that the Tower is around the corner if you do something. But Spirit's saying here with the Nine of Wands that you can handle this. You have enough strength and resilience. You're a warrior. The Tower is Mars energy, which is one of your rulers. You're in your domain. It will be okay. Okay, so there's something here that you're ready to call out or you're ready to confront, ready to address. Somebody's misused their authority in your life or just in general. There's been some wishful thinking and deception on behalf of this person or people. Okay, they've been creating confusion, speaking out of both sides of their mouth. And you want answers, okay? And I feel like you can get them. I'm hearing one way or another. So it's better to get those answers and face what they are rather than to ponder over it for all of eternity and be in the Nine of Swords. Okay, we don't want to do that, right? And again, if you're not feeling well and you're just scared to know what's going on, Spirit's saying get the answers, because otherwise you're just going to increase your stress levels, and that's not good for you either. You know, you're just going to get anxiety about it. So the challenge is not to let this live in your head. Five of Wands. Yeah, it's no good for you, Scorpio. No good. Okay? And it's a real challenge because you are holding yourself back right now and you're strong enough to do that. But the energy gets released and transmuted much quicker, resolved much quicker when you break it apart, when you address it, when you confront it. The Tower happens. You don't have to do something brick by brick. Spirit comes in and crumbles the whole thing and shows you what's what. Okay? You don't want to be on that brick for brick journey with this, I don't feel. Okay, so Page of Pentacles for your guidance. I'm also going to do an extended reading. In the extended, we're going to go a layer deeper. I'm curious. We're going to see what else is going on here. Tends to get more specific because there's less of you. If you're guided to go to that and you want to, the link is in the description box below. If you're not guided, you don't want to, you can't. Trust that Spirit already knew you and knows you, know what you were going to do, and gave you all the information that you personally needed right here. Okay, so don't feel like you're missing anything if you don't feel guided to go to the extended. Okay, Page of Pentacles. And I feel like somebody needs to be upfront with you. Okay, yeah, there could be a little bit of a carrot dangling situation, and you need to nip that in the bud, or you need to see it for what it is. You have a choice, is what Spirit's saying. It's not an all or nothing situation. I don't know what that's about for everyone. Okay, Page of Pentacles, or how it relates. Okay, Page of Pentacles for your advice. This is you taking an initiative to learn something, to be a student, to know that you don't have all the answers, that there's more to see, more to understand. Let's see, taking the first step. Let's see, what's this about? The Page of Pentacles. Some of you, again, very specific, so not for all of you, you're having a conflict with a family member or even a parental figure or someone older than you, maybe a mentor or a teacher or someone like that. And there's advice here to remember that you are, while you are super strong and you are above them in many ways, okay, maybe intellectually, I don't know, energetically, you're still supposed to be the one who is cradled, the one who is the one who needs guidance, or the one who's being guided, the one who's being taught, and somebody's not living up to their responsibility here. Okay, and it's not wrong for you to demand or question why you're not getting what it is that you were told you were going to get. Okay, I don't know. Maybe signed up for a course and somebody dodged it. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, 8 of Swords. For others of you, this is you learning more about the mental effects that this is having on you and maybe even on them, you know? There's something here about them that they're suffering. Now, you don't have to forgive them because they're suffering, but they're in knots. They're not enjoying whatever is happening. Even if they're coming off with, I'm hearing brooding, I don't know, brooding arrogance. What is even that? They're coming off with arrogance of some sort, you know? But mostly understand how this is affecting you. Because Mars is in this picture and it's looking down on you saying, come on, Scorpio, we can take action. We can do something about this. We don't have to be in this state of inertia or feeling like I have no agency in the situation, that I'm chained and I'm stuck. Spirit's saying that's not the case. There's an action to take. Okay? Let me just ask quickly what this action is and then we'll go to the extended. The sun. Beautiful. Well, it's to illuminate things, to bring everything out in the open. It's pretty obvious. All right. That's what I have for you, Scorpio. I hope that helped. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.